Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm ready for this. I think you guys are. Maybe not. Maybe 2021. It's not starting out the way we want it to right now. Or maybe it's all bullshit. 3, 2, 1. Hi guys. Yo, what's going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans everywhere? Welcome to the one and only Pig Trail Network YouTube channel. Hope you guys can hear me okay. I had an OBS update here, and I'm not really sure what it messed with. Every time they do an update, it messes around with something. Hope you guys like the Rams jersey I'm wearing. I'm wearing Aaron Donald, 99, baby. Can you see that? Yeah? You want to get a piece of that? Oh! I don't know how long they're going to last in the playoffs. I don't know. Are they better without Jared Goff? I can't really tell yet. Probably not. Yeah, a lot of... I'll just say this. The last 24 hours have been... well, not the greatest. And we're gonna dive into some of it. I do appreciate you guys if you would. I'd really appreciate it if you'd like the video. I'd like to get those likes. I'd like to get some likes. Slap some likes on the video. That'd be much appreciated. Tap the subscribe button if you haven't already. Feel free if you've got questions. I know you guys got questions and comments. Twitter, and well, Facebook and Twitter, but mostly Twitter has been. It's not a dumpster fire yet because we only know of one coach so far that has officially left, and we're gonna get into him in just a second. There's so much smoke around some other names leaving. If you guys notice in the title, I see some of you are like, "Oh, the title gave me a heart attack." There's a question mark there. There's a question mark, meaning nothing. We don't know. His name is Barry Odom's name has been confirmed as someone that Texas has offered to be the next defensive coordinator at the University of Texas. So yeah, that absolutely. There's a possibility he could be. So that may not be a question mark the next time you see me. Could be an exclamation mark. He's gone to Texas. So right now, nothing confirmed. There have been other names. We know that the step rumor to South Carolina started a while back, actually. Like a week ago, right when they brought in their guy, their next head coach, right then and there, that was his name had just popped up. He's from there. And so you kind of understand that going back home. I guess he spent some time over there. They're offering him a little bit more money. So again, we'll get into that in just a minute. Please do me a favor. If you haven't already, like the stream. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would like. Ty looking sexy in the yellow and blue. If you're a Ram fan, you've got to love it, baby. Rams in the playoffs. I don't know what that means, Mr. Cobra. Yeah, there's nothing official yet that we know of. My guess is with Odom, it's up in the air and they're talking. That would be my guess at the moment. But yeah, slap some likes on this bad boy. Comment, question, check out all the links provided for you down below in the description box. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to say this like I say it every time. I'm going to try and keep this live stream, I'm going to try and keep it at 30 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that or not. I always say I'm going to, and I never do. We're going to give it a go, though. Yeah, I got out of the shower, and I combed my hair for you guys. I wanted to look super sexy. With all my... You're starting to get more grays. Getting old. You guys say I don't look 37. I feel it. Especially with the crap today going on. Also... We had some info. Well, we know the Burlesworth Trophy not going to Grant Morgan. A few people tweeted at them. Apparently, that's blasphemous. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you couldn't do that because somehow it besmirches Brandon Burlesworth, his memory. I don't understand that. I saw where an individual was shaming people for that. I thought that was a little ridiculous. I'm not usually one. I don't get into these social media back and forth. Look, man, you got your opinion. I've got mine. That's fine. Here, though, as the Pig Trail Network, as Ty Hudson, part of the PTN, I will gladly talk about some of the stupidity that's out there on Twitter. Now, this individual who had stated that you shouldn't be tweeting at the Burlesworth Trophy Twitter account claims that, I guess it's blasphemous. I don't know. Here's my take. I disagree, as long as you're being respectful about it. Like everything, like common sense, right? Like you don't go be an asshole just to go be an asshole because your guy didn't get picked. I thought Grant Morgan deserved the Burlesworth Trophy. I thought he deserved it. All three of those guys did. I get it. The lineman from Pitt got it. Good Lord. I didn't even... Jimmy... what was that kid's last name? Jimmy... I'm sorry. I did not pull that up because I was just so frustrated that Grant Morgan didn't win that award. Keep in mind, Arkansas's never won the award. It started in 2010. Baker Mayfield won the award back-to-back. Okay? Back-to-back. He won that award. And, obviously deserving of it. Grant Morgan's an All-American caliber linebacker. Has an unbelievable year. I think, did he still lead? He was top in the SEC in tackles. Pick six. I mean, his numbers were ridiculous. You're talking about an All-American caliber linebacker. And don't get me wrong. Nothing against the kid, the center from Pitt. Nothing against the kid at BYU. I probably wouldn't have been as shocked had the BYU kid got it. Like, I wouldn't have been, okay, that's understandable. That guy's legit. And not that the Pitt guy isn't either. They're all legit. It's just I could understand with his record and what he accomplished at BYU and the kind of year BYU had. How many games did Pitt play, by the way? Did they play a full 10-game schedule? Someone help me out with that. If they did, okay, I'm wrong. But I swear I don't even think they played a full 10-game schedule. And I don't believe, did they play a bowl game? Arkansas didn't play a bowl game, but that's not their fault. TCU decided to, decided to be, I've got some more. Decided to be chickens. I'll just say that. So I don't know. To me, I thought Grant Morgan deserved it. And, I don't understand. I don't understand the debate or the idea that you can't tweet at them, because I did. Oh, I did. I tweeted at them pretty respectfully, just saying, if Brandon Burlesworth, keep in mind, Arkansas's never even had a semifinalist for this award. You've never had anybody make it as far as Grant Morgan did. If his numbers and his accolades aren't enough to win it at Arkansas, I don't know that a Razorback will ever win it. It's something along those lines, and I added them. I SMH'd, shaking my head at Burlesworth Trophy. And someone had I saw where this individual responded to me, and I'm not trying to stir anything, but I know he has a reputation for kind of being quite eventful on Twitter. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go. It'd been several hours later, and I went down his Twitter feed, and I saw where he made a comment about people. I don't follow him, so I hadn't seen his comment. So I went back. He does follow me, however, and that's how he saw where I posted what I posted, right? So I went back, saw what he said, and I guess it's blasphemous to tweet at them because somehow it has an effect on Brandon Burlesworth, his legacy or something. I don't know. That's a very 20-year-old take. It's very... I don't know. Grant Morgan not getting it is completely bullshit, in my opinion, says Celtics. I agree. Arkansas is better than you think says, I don't think Barry Odom is leaving. I believe Jamil Walker is leaving for South Carolina with Step, but B.O. isn't leaving. I hope you're right. Not sure where you heard that Odom was leaving. Oh, I love this. It's like you don't read the... There's a question mark there, Sean. Come on. Where he's leaving, but he's not. Step is gone and replaced, but Odom hasn't taken any job. It's just a rumor. Well, it has been. You don't have to look that far to know that Texas has offered him the job. It has happened. So that's why there's a question mark there. It's a question mark. Morgan is being groomed for 2021. He very well could get it next year. I hope that he does if he puts up these kind of numbers again. Holy cow, and he did that in 10 games. He did that in 10 games. with his kind of numbers. It's ridiculous. Glad to see Coach Pittman is hiring real coaches to fill openings and not going cheap, promoting some student affairs video breakdown specialists like BB and Chags. Well, I heard Muschamp turned the job down, knew Odom was going to get offered, and he was. As far as I know, and this is from people that know a lot more about what goes on campus than any of us do, have confirmed he was offered the job. So, yeah. Sorry to disappoint some people, but that is the reality. This past week has been horrible. Football got canceled, basketball, and I agree. This was kind of what I was talking with another media member with in DMs earlier today. As a matter of fact, Hogs need positive news. They need good news. You also had Tykees Crawford. Tykees Crawford, formerly committed to Arkansas. When was that? Was he in the 2020 or 2019 class? Tykees Crawford, he was supposed to announce today. It looked very likely he was going to end up being a Razorback. Had to push his announcement back. I don't know yet why. I've not, to be honest with you, I've been between homeschooling and dealing with all the text messages and DMs over this coaching search today. I really didn't have time to dive into Crawford because that seemed like such a yesterday thing, even though it's all gone down today. Crawford will have to push his commitment back. I think it was Otis Kirk who said he had maintained, I think it was a 2.9 or a 3.0 GPA. I don't know how it would be grade related if that's the case, unless he's just, I don't know, unless there's just some regulation or rule in place where he has to, I don't know, pass a certain test or so. I have no idea. You know how these things work. There's all this tape involved sometimes with these kids transferring and all that. Well, it's not supposed to be as much, I don't think, these days, but there is a little bit. Maybe that's what's going on here. I was really hoping today, and I even said they're going to go 2 for 2 today. They're going to get Crawford. They're going to get Grant Morgan. I was wrong, and I'm okay with that. This can't happen, Ty. Why us? Let's hope not. And this is what I will say. A Texas insider, I think he works for 247. Is it Hookem, their site, Hookem Horns or whatever, 247. I had a screenshot sent to me that showed where he had said that they did indeed offer Odom, but that he felt like it would be a pretty difficult grab because Odom is very comfortable. He's got family in this area. He's very well connected to the area and wants to build on top of what they accomplished in 2020. It was something along those lines. Of course, that's not verbatim what he said, but and this was what I had said to another group of friends of mine. That would be one of the reasons, well, 2 or 3 of the reasons as to why Odom would want to stay, right? First off, money is not an object. People need to understand this. Mizzou is still paying this man. This isn't a money thing. This isn't a financial thing. If anything, it would be about going to a program where you have potential first, second, and third round draft picks at nearly every position, despite how bad, I shouldn't say bad, how average or slightly above average they've been. It's the opportunity to work with a roster that is loaded with potential big-time talent. Now, you look at Arkansas and what they established in 2020, I think you can make the argument that Arkansas's got some pretty damn good talent coming back. Bumper Pool, Grant Morgan. You're going to get back, obviously, Jalen Catalon. Monteric Brown. People are not talking enough about Monteric Brown coming back. That's huge. You've got question marks at the other DB spot, but here you've got Mo Brown, who was pretty damn consistent in 2020. So that's huge. And whereas you're going to Texas, where I was telling Arky56 this on the phone, my dad, if he's in Twitter. By the way, I've got something to show you guys here in a minute. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. I got something really cool to show you. Something he got me for Christmas. It finally came in. But something we discussed, I said, Texas isn't the same job that it was when Mac Brown was there. It's just not. Texas is not the same job that it once was. Yeah, it's still a great job. They've got money out the rear end. I get it. They're typically they're top 2 in their state with every player that's born and raised there that's from Texas. You grow up in that state, depending on where you live. I get it. The closer to A&M land, the closer north to the Oklahoma border, you're probably going to grow up an OU fan. But there's a lot of real estate there. That's a lot of Texas fans. or grow up Texas fans. A lot of big time 4- and 5-star talent around their campus, around their university, around their county, in their county, outside their county. It's ridiculous. They don't have to go far. You could throw a rock and they're going to hit a 5-star, 4-star prospect. That's what Odom could be. That's the kind of job he could end up with, right? Whereas at Arkansas, it's not as easy to get that kind of talent. It's really hard to get that kind of talent compared to a Texas. Now, you reined it. You've got some guys out of that state over the years that were kind of looked over, or maybe they had offers from Texas, but knew that, well, it's going to take me 3 or 4 years to get on the field. You know, you look at Catalon. You know, there's several prospects, several guys out of the state of Texas on this defense, but they came to Arkansas. Bumper Pool's been a guy since he was a freshman. Jalen Catalon, red shirts, comes in this year. He's a starter, right? So that's the advantage of staying at Arkansas, or players choosing Arkansas, and for Odom to stay here and to recruit. You're going to be able to build on top of that. You're going to be able to build on top of the fact that almost every position, especially after this year when Poole and Morgan are both gone, you're going to get an opportunity to come in and bring in some great talent, and they're going to come in and want to play for Odom. They're going to understand that, you know what, within a couple of years, I'm going to be on the field participating, contributing to whatever degree. So right now, when you've got this long pause in between the rumor and you know, this rumor started, when did this start? Like this morning, I think. And we've not heard, there's not been any guarantee, there's no official word yet. That usually is in favor of the school that's at risk losing the target, the coach. That's usually in favor. So, as of right now, I don't know. Mike Woods tweeted something out very cryptic like 25, 30 minutes ago. So I don't know. I don't know what's official. I don't know what's not official just yet. Texas did offer him the job. And so, again, for people who don't understand that, why it's in the title, that's why it's in the title. Because he was offered the job. It's very clear he is yet to turn it down. Muschamp was their first offer, and I think he actually did officially turn it down. Also was told that was smoke, that the Muschamp thing never happened. Has an outstanding career from Arkansas, leads in tackle. Oh, talking about Grant Morgan. I agree. Grant Morgan, I don't know. That's fine. You can disagree. Everyone can disagree that maybe you thought the center from Pitt deserved it. Okay, that's fine. But to tell people to not mention the Burlesworth Trophy Twitter account, psh. As long as you're being respectful, as long as you're not being an asshole, like giving them the middle finger emoji, like that. Yeah, okay, don't do that. That's stupid. It's unbecoming of Hog fans, or it should be. Stepp leaving didn't surprise me, but I wish it was Fountain. No comment. Fountain is a great recruiter. Okay. But, boy, they looked awfully bad on the field this year. The errors on special teams are just unbelievable. And that wasn't a talent issue. That wasn't a depth issue. That was just having your guys ready. The penalties, the burning of timeouts on fourth down, the out-of-bounds kickoffs. I don't even know where to begin. Hello! What's up, Jenna? How you doing? How you doing, Jenna? So what about the Ohio State guy as our wide receiver coach? Okay, yeah, let's talk about him. Kenny Guyton. I vaguely remember him. He was at Ohio State when Arkansas lost. You guys remember the Sugar Bowl. Oh. He played quarterback there. He wasn't the quarterback at the time. And he was there from 2009 to 2013. So he was there for 5 years. Obviously, he redshirted, and then he was there for another 4. Hey, kudos to him, man. If anything, that shows he sticks it out. He sticks it out. Unlike, of course, the transfer rules back then were a little different. But still, mad props. He completed 89 of 134 pass attempts, almost 900 yards, just shy. Pass completion percentage of 66, 16 touchdowns to 4 picks. Not too shabby. He also ran the ball for 383 yards on 53 attempts. That's over 7 yards a carry. So he went to Houston in 2015. He was a GA, a grad assistant, from 15 to 16. To 17, he was the Texas quality control wide receivers coach. He then went to Houston 2017, 2018. Louisiana Tech. He was, I don't really understand what his role was there. I guess he was a wideout coach at Louisiana Tech. I don't know how you go from Texas down to Houston, which is a step down, unless maybe you're an assistant offensive coordinator. I really don't know I get the Houston move to some degree, but then to Louisiana Tech, then to Colorado State. I like these from Houston. Justin Stepp did not have a ton of experience. I think sometimes we look at position coaches and we want them to have like 10 years of experience. Maybe they were a former coordinator somewhere and they got kind of moved around. You know, you look at, or you want someone from a Power 5 school at that position. I'm not surprised they had to go after an up-and-comer at that position. I'm not surprised by that. So, and that's not a bad thing. I love that he's from the Houston area. I think you're going to be able to – I don't know if he's going to be able to recruit like Stepp was. That's another thing I was trying to explain to my dad is that – and to some friends of mine as well, the loss of Stepp is – I mean, it's tough. I'm not going to say he's like the – I got into a pretty big argument with several people last night over this. He was a phenomenal recruiter. I don't know that sometimes we understand just how important someone is when you look at what they did from a recruiting angle. Sometimes we just kind of forget about this. Trey Knox, 4-star, okay. Traylon Burks, 4-star. Darren Turner, 4-star. Katron Jackson, out of this class, 4-star. TQ Jackson, who we know ended up transferring, 4-star. Shamar Nash, there was always something off after when he decided to opt out this year. He also was redshirted year one. But then you have Raheem Sanders in this class, 4-star. Mike Woods. You talk about like on the field development. Have you seen a player? Look at the jump he's made from his first 2 years to this last year. I think Stepp deserves some credit for that, and Devion Warren as well. Until he got injured, Devion Warren was a big part. He was an instrumental part of this offense. Stepp deserves some credit for that and getting these guys ready, prepared. And developed. I think there was what time they had. And that's another thing. He took over at a position you were not, as far as talent, you didn't have much there. You took over in 2 years during all of this. His 3 years here, you win, other than just the 2020, you win 0 conference games. He also picked up Jaden Wilson, Bryce Stevens, who some people believe could be very underrated player that they picked up. But what he was able to achieve was incredible in 3 years when you consider all the circumstances. That, on any normal year, what he was able to do in 3 years, that didn't happen very often at Arkansas. So those are the shoes that Kenny Guyton's going to have to fill in 3 years. He's taken over a loaded wide receiver room. The one person I was able to reach out to and kind of talk about what little they knew about Kenny, they said that they felt pretty strongly that this was a phenomenal pickup. Another member of the media who said this was an upgrade. I don't know if I agree with that. Again, when you talk about what he accomplished from a recruiting angle, and I think also as from a developmental angle, it's pretty good. So, hey, Kenny Guyton could be the real deal. I don't know. He played quarterback. Okay, we know he understands things from an offensive angle, so he's got that. Has it been made official yet? That's what I'm wondering. I don't know that Arkansas has made this official from their website, but it's all but official, right? So let me get back to chat here really quick. Miles Slusher, I believe, will fit the other DB spot. Fountain, as far as I'm concerned, gets a mulligan for 2020. Sure. I mean, I disagree. I think why were other special teams like? I watched a lot of football this year. I know you guys did too. I didn't see a special teams as bad as ours. I just think if we can use this year as an excuse, why shouldn't everybody else? Nobody else was as bad as Arkansas special teams this year. I'm telling you, they were terrible. It was awful, and it wasn't a depth problem. It wasn't a lack of talent issue on special teams. It was the penalties, burning timeouts on fourth down. You didn't have your guys ready. There's just so many mistakes made on special teams. It was just absurd. Now, they did improve. What I did like is they improved on punt coverage, and what few kick returns that we saw this year, it looked like Arkansas had improved in those areas. I'll give them that. And again, they're not gonna fire Fountain, and they're going to get better. I mean, they can't get any worse. I just think I've made my opinion pretty clear on this on why I think they should walk away from Fountain, and it has more to do with salary. You've already asked the staff to take pay cuts. Any other year, I would probably say I'm never on board after 1 year of just firing somebody. Never, or rarely, if ever. I'm always a give them another year guy. Okay, I've been called a sunshine pumper because of that before. But I think this year, under these circumstances, I get being a little bit like, look, it's year zero, and I agree. But again, we're not talking about a team that was devastated, a special teams that was devastated with guys who started at the beginning of the year, and then as the year went on, that they just got hindered with all these injuries left and right. The only guy you ended up losing that was a special teams contributor, Devion Warren and Levi Draper. Those are the only two. And if you know anything about special teams, generally your best players are not out on special teams other than your return guys. And obviously you've got the best kicker or punter out on the field. Duh. So, yeah, I don't know. I just can't get on board. If we weren't asking this staff, and listen, South Carolina takes step. All right, we're paying him $400,000 a year. South Carolina offered him $460,000. I don't know how much that played a role, but did Arkansas even try to counter that? And maybe there's a reason for that if they didn't. I don't know if they did or not. I have no confirmation on that. So, again, if that's what's putting you at risk of losing more people on the staff, I say you walk away from Scott Fountain. Absolutely. I don't know what the percentage is of teams in Division I football that even have special teams coaches, but it's not as many as people think. But I get the year zero argument. I do. I get that. I get it. You give them a mulligan, so on and so forth. I don't believe Pittman offered Crawford when he arrived. Well, no, he never arrived. He committed to Chad Morris because of, there were some issues. Again, this isn't 100%. I don't know how much truth there is behind this, but there were concerns of grades, and Arkansas backed off of his commitment. So I don't know. I think Pittman offered him though when he was at Georgia, so I don't know if there's a connection there or not. I'm good. Just got done swimming laps and saw your notification. Oh, cool. Thank you, Jenna. All right. Paul Vines. I wanted him as a head coach at UT. Says Paul Vines. Oh. Okay. I could see before the Mizzou job. Odom is not leaving unless it's for a head coaching job, says Mr. T-Dub. I sure hope you're right. Step loss hurts us. He was the Beast Texas recruiter. Don't be surprised. Is we see Knox leave to follow. Very possible. I agree with that. You could lose some. Could lose some guys. I think Knox was already at jeopardy, right? Didn't have a great year. Kind of fell back in the depth chart. Who knows? Who you got, Ty? Bama or Ohio State? I'm taking Bama. Especially that they could get their other star receiver back. I don't know how good he's going to be to play in that game, how healthy he's going to be, but oh my God, they're just so good. Ohio State, I honestly have only seen play like once this year. And yeah, they are good. I had nothing against Ohio State. I just think Bama is so freaking good. Some argue this could be Nick Saban's best team. Of course, you can't make that claim until you win the title, but just got here. WTF. Why are all our coaches leaving for lateral moves? So again, the step leaving, I think, again, I don't know how much $60,000 plays into it or not. I don't know. He's from there. It kind of makes sense if he wants to go back and make a little bit more money. I wonder if Arkansas ever countered the offer. I don't know. Let's see. I know it's not a money issue. Not for Odom, it's not. Missouri is still paying him. P.S. Muschamp turned the Texas job down. Yep, that was rumored. All of our good coaches leaving. Calm down. We lost Stepp. He's great, but he is heading home to South Carolina. That's all. Barry Odom is leaving. Didn't hear that. Well, if you haven't heard that, you're smarter than I am. You stayed off social media and you stayed off message boards. I wish I had $1 for every Odom isn't leaving comment here. This is great. Nat Chose has found as a hell of a recruiter. We don't have Raheem Sanders or any other recruits without him. Okay. Special teams lost us 3 games. Special teams was responsible for a lot. Yeah, I think you could absolutely walk away from Scott Fountain. Lack of depth hurt special teams. Oh, my God. Oh, you guys. Oh. Lack of depth is why you had flags on special teams, why you couldn't get it corrected with your kickoffs going out of bounds, burning timeouts on fourth. That was lack of depth. No, I'm sorry, it was not. I don't remember Odom being involved in recruiting much. Will we lose any players if he leaves? It's always a possibility, Kevin. It's always a possibility when you lose someone like that, like Barry Odom, who is a name in college football, and I assume his players love him. I mean, we always hear about how Sam Pittman has all the love, right? Oh, it's 33 minutes. I've gone over. Whoops. We're gonna try and knock this thing out. Oh no, just getting here. What's up, Tony? How you doing, brother? All caps. Odom is not leaving. Again, it's not being confirmed, but he was offered the Texas job. Again, guys, check the title. There's a giant question mark after Barry Odom leaving Arkansas for Texas. They did offer him. Ty Jimmy Sexton is at it again, but I believe the coordinators stick around this season. Daytona, and right now I'm leaning towards I think he stays. Now, LSU was also rumored to be interested in Barry Odom. This is the other thing. Like I said in Discord earlier today, glass half full. Isn't it nice to have coaches on a staff that schools like LSU and Texas want on their staffs? Isn't that nice? Glass half full, right? Like you gotta have some positivity to take out of all this. And you're probably right, Daytona. I don't disagree. Jimmy Sexton. Is that his agent? I'm assuming it is. He's everybody's agent. Guyton knows the offense very well. That is true. He also worked with Kendall. He sure did it at Houston. That is the connection. And I think Briles really likes, or we wouldn't have already found a coach 2 hours after Stepp. I think it was planned. I agree. I think that was planned. I think Stepp leaving was also, I think it was planned maybe like a week or so ago. I think the staff knew about it, and that's why you had such a quick reaction. I'm sure Kendall Briles was on the phone like immediately. I just don't know a lot about the guy. And again, people need to realize not all position coaches come from, they don't all land P5 jobs from other P5 jobs. And for Arkansas right now, most other Power 5 jobs would be a lateral move. It's going to be hard. You got to earn that respect, in order to walk into somebody's house. Unfortunately, I don't know. South Carolina has an advantage. Stepp, obviously being from South Carolina, that was apparently a pretty big deal. I'm sure some team was worse than us. Sean says, ain't a grade problem. Something is wrong, just don't know what. Missing credits, maybe. Yeah, you're probably right. Hey, Ty, if Odom leaves, who do you think Pittman will go after? Muschamp ? So no, I don't think. I mean, I'm sure he'll throw him a text. I don't see Muschamp coming to Arkansas. I don't see him going after, who's the other name I saw? Chiswick. You're probably, I really don't know. It's just too early to tell. If Odom were to leave, I have no idea. I really don't know. No, it won't be Brent Venables. I'm sorry. He's not going to leave Clemson. I remember when he was a hot name in Arkansas for a while. In the Brett Bielema days. My wife just walked in the door. My kids are going crazy. Odom ain't going to Texas, others have said. hit that like button. Yeah, please do hit the like button. I appreciate that. He will leave when a team needing a head coach comes a calling. Yeah, I could see that. He wants to be a head coach. He likes being a head coach. Who takes Odom's spot? Muschamp. Sorry if you already answered that. My bad. No, it's all good. Yeah, again, I don't know. I have no idea. So, if Odom, and again, I'm leaning right now at this moment, leaning towards I think he stays. I don't. When the rumors started in the AM, and here we are. What is it? 6 p.m. and we haven't heard anything. That's a pretty good sign. That's in our favor at the moment. So, as far as replacing him, if he does go, man, I don't know. I haven't gone down that hallway just yet. Now, when he leaves, I will absolutely do a little bit of research and digging. Hi, Polished Jim. I think that's a compliment. I'm not really sure. Good that out recruiting class has been signed, so any coaching departures, rumors won't affect us. That is also a very good point, Mark Douglas. Thank you. Yeah, you got these guys signed on. The final signing period is the first week of February. Very good point, Mark. I appreciate that comment. Very good. Very good, sir. I heard Scott Fountain has been offered same position at Arkansas State. Please take it. I'm just kidding. Not really. I'm not going to hide it. Like, I don't think he did good here. Sue me. I don't know. Urban Meyer is going to the Jaguars. I've heard his name has come up in the NFL. There's reports that Barry Odom is headed to Texas right now. Let me check Twitter. While we're here, let's check Twitter. I got a comment on Twitter. Why does nobody want to stay at Arkansas? I'm sure this isn't a money issue. Both departures thus far have been lateral moves. I get leaving for a promotion, but to leave Arkansas for the same position just sucks. That's from Retro Razorback on Twitter. Hawk fans are pretty not happy about him leaving for South Carolina. I do think it has something to do with South Carolina being his home. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything on the Twitter machine that it's official. Let's type in Barry Odom in our search bar on Twitter. The latest on Hawktimus Prime. Nope. I don't see anything yet. And that's usually a pretty good place to look because Arkansas Twitter would be a dumpster fire right now. So nothing yet. Nothing yet. I kind of thought that could be something that happens. Oh, I see. I see what you guys are doing. Okay, Polished Jim is the person who commented. Okay, my bad. I heard that Chad Morris is going to be the next head coach of Bama. He is. He's next up. Odom deserves a raise no matter what. Well, again, they asked this staff to take a pay cut back in the fall. I'm not entirely sure that anybody gets a raise. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do this. Okay. Oh, I thought our Discord. Why does J Hawes do that in our Discord? I thought we had some breaking news in our Discord here, and it's just about Star Wars shit. Come on, man. All right. Yeah, I going back to Guyton. I do like the hire. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a oh my god we got who kind of hire, but it's a position coach. I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. Let me ask, what the hell? Is Hawes in chat? Don't do that, Hawes. That's not cool. Let me throw... I don't know if they even know I'm live in there or not. Boom. Come tell me what the... There. He's probably in chat, isn't he? Do you think the Jets will move on from Sam? Well, they just fired their dumbass head coach. God, Gase was terrible. You think now that Stepp has left Knox, we'll leave too? I think it's absolutely a possibility. I think him and Stepp were pretty they were boys, but I'm not sure. I hope that he's bought into Sam Pittman and not Stepp, but, I mean, Stepp, if I remember right, was his lead recruiter. Yeah. Hogs beat Tenor. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, they did, but... Oh, yeah. So, if we do have a Discord, if you guys want to join it, if you guys want to come be a part, come see it, if you want to come be a part of it. Here it is. I'm going to have to do some interviews for mods in this chat. Some of you guys are redonkulous. Tie Hogs or Vols. I'm going to have to go with the Vols. I know they lost. How confusing is the SEC right now? Obi-Wan said what? Obi-Wan is a Sith Lord? What are you talking about? My granny thinks Odom is staying. Hey, you know what? Tell your granny to have a beer on me, Azazian. Because I think she's right now. I don't know. Azazian's wild. You and Hawes are a lot alike. I think you two are, like, related. You guys are wild. Keep Charlie Strong away. Only the Sith deals in absolute. He says that to Anakin. He does say that to Anakin. I don't know what that has to do with anything, Hawes. Help me out. Help me understand. Michael Harris says, bro, ... Well, look, I think Arkansas, you got to go on the road to play the Vols. And they're still good. I don't know how the hell they lost to Bama. I'm still shocked. If the Jags get Trevor, they will finally be legit. I swear I feel like they've been here before, kind of like the Jets. That's why I said the Hogs will beat Tenor. There is an interesting matchup between the two. And that was something that was brought up, that Tennessee and Arkansas, that Arkansas might have. It might be a little bit of a matchup issue for Tennessee. I just have a hard time seeing us walking in there and beating them right now. My mind is just doing dumb shit tonight. Ohio getting to me. You need to get out of there. Although, I heard you've got these people on Twitter saying it's going to snow in the next week or so in Arkansas, northwest Arkansas. So I'm not sure it's going to be much better here. Number 3 has to come in hot and ready to play. Alex Henderson, I feel really bad for the signees who are expected to be coached by their position coach, but turns out not. Yeah, and that's just, it is a business. That's what sucks. That's something these kids have to understand early on. Hunter Hall, do you think Morgan got snubbed today? I absolutely do. I really do. Do me a favor, guys. We're over 100 people. Feel free to tap the like. Smash the like button. I'd really appreciate it. So let me show you something really quick. Now, I want to make perfectly. I want you to know that yes, I am aware that what I'm about to show you was probably photoshopped. Arky56 is not in chat. I wish he was. Arky56 is my pops. Hang on. Let me do this really quick. I'll BRB. Don't go anywhere. Let me show you this. You guys are gonna dig this. Now, oh my gosh. Good grief, it's freaking huge. All right, you guys ready for this? Check this out. I've always wanted one of these. Okay, here it is. Boom! Now, it is probably photoshopped. Why do we say that? Where are you at, North End Zone? North End Zone. Right? Look at the crowd. Yeah, we've not sold the stadium out, but I love this. I love it. My dad got me this. I'm super proud of this. This is probably the best gift that he's ever gotten me on Christmas. There it is. I'm going to hang this bad boy up. I have wanted one of these forever. And I want one of Bud Walton, too. From the outside, or from the inside. I don't really care. The one with just, the court. Although I'd prefer it if it had the slobbered hog. I don't care if you got to Photoshop it in there. And I'll tell you why I don't care that it's photoshopped. Would you want this picture to not have anybody in it? I mean, people would think, would you get that picture taken like during COVID? Like, what the hell? Was Arkansas really that bad? Yeah, they were. So, yeah, I love it. I think it's awesome. It includes the north end zone, and I got it from my pops. You know, Christmas is pretty special to the both of us for other reasons I'm not going to share here, but I will. I will say this. I'll tell you why. I can't just leave you hanging on that. I lost my mom on Christmas 1991. I was 8 years old. Christmas is, kind of a not really something we super look forward to, but it's pretty special, and I thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah, I do appreciate that. That was awesome. I wish he was in chat. Very nice. I'm jealous. I hope you guys are. You got it framed at Hobby Lobby if any of you are wanting to get a picture like that framed. Yeah. Arkansas used to dominate in the SEC. Field Goal Fest with Bama was sold out. I was there. Do you think that's what we don't know? Like, is there a possibility? Because when you put a magnifying glass to it, to all the people, there's even empty. I'm not gonna. Well, check this out. If you look, there's some empty seats up here, and look at the Walmart. Like the Walmart, when was that painted? The red. You remember that was done in 2018, was it not? Wasn't that the first year? So. I love it. And also, it's got them running through the A. Dude, I dig this. It's got them running right there through the A. Woo! That's awesome. I love it. I don't know. If it is, if it's not, I don't care. I think it's pretty cool. So, I think it's pretty awesome. Composite image. Yeah, true. Let me scroll up. The picture in frame, kick ass. I appreciate that, Mr. Bloodline. Yeah, I was super. I couldn't believe it when I opened the gift. That was pretty awesome. I think it's power from his luscious locks. Are you talking about my luscious brown locks? Odom doesn't seem like the type of guy who wants to live in Austin. Again, that was kind of something that had been rumored even shortly after he took the job at Arkansas. He loved the area. He has family not too far from here. I don't know. I mean, you hear that stuff all the time when a coach gets hired. I feel like there's a level of truth to it with Odom. It's also something that had been mentioned by a Texas insider, an image that had been forwarded to me. Let's see. What's the odds on the Odom situation? As of right now, we don't have enough. We just know that he was offered. That's all we know. We have knocked out 2 episodes of the podcast. Yeah, I find it kind of sad, John, that I've got to I'm over here hey, I'd love to be a guest on your show, on your comic book, Marvel, Star Wars, Jedi, Sith podcast, and you're like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I don't what? Come on, bro. What are you doing? Bring me on as a guest. I just want to nerd out, smoke a cigar, and drink a beer with you, John. That's all I'm saying. I did hear the strength and conditioning coach is also leaving. Yeah, that is also another hot rumor at the moment, that Jamil Walker could be your other guy leaving. And yeah, that's nothing on anybody else at the moment, but Jamil Walker was the other name that had been mentioned. Do you think Tykees Crawford still comes, or do you think he's changed his mind? Again, that situation is so up in the air right now. Otis Kirk said earlier today that he had a 3.0 GPA. It shouldn't be a grade issue. It seemed like all indicators were that he was going to be a Hawk. I have no idea what's happened today. So Jamil Walker was interviewed so far. That's it. I'm going to get you on, man. Once we get rolling, you coming on. You know, I'm just giving you a hard time, John. I'm just giving you a hard time. I don't want to. I know you're a busy guy. Nice arm tattoo, too. I saw your post today in Discord. I'm not really a tattoo guy. I want like a Led Zeppelin, like just a total white trash tattoo. I love Zeppelin, though, so I'm okay with that. All right. Okay. I got to go get dinner for the fam. So far, everything is a rumor outside of Step. Just stay tuned. You know, don't get too emotional. Try not to go. I wouldn't tweet at a coach something hateful. If he does leave, try to be respectful about it. Now, again, if you have a couple of words for the Burlesworth Trophy people and you want to say, hey, I disagree, just know that I fully support your right to do so. Unlike some individuals on Twitter. Honestly, Arkansas was pretty decent under Houston Nutt. I don't know. We have someone hating on the Hogs. Well, damn, Sam Pittman will be the next to leave, I guess. We need to just go get Gus and maybe Chad. Oh, my God. Chad can call plays with the Chief calling defense. Oh, that is gold. And we have to keep Scott on special teams. Thanks. Oh, I love it. Oh, my goodness. Unfollow coaches leaving. That's usually what I do. Odom took a pay cut in the summer and now will troll for a raise. Roll Tide. Virgil, there's no cousins in here for you to kiss, brother. I'm sorry. No cousins in here. No. I don't think you have any family members in here to kiss. All right. I'm playing with you. I hope you have thick skin, sir. Paul White's deleted his comment. I don't know what he said. So, again, I do appreciate you guys. Like, comment, or for those of you who are watching later after the live show, feel free to comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's don't fall off the cliff, Seth. Yeah, I think Seth. I think he was just being funny. I think he was being ironic more than anything. But they don't kiss cousins in Bama. Brutal. Will any of these wide receivers not come anymore? So, I mean, they're already signed. They can. They could fill out for a transfer. You know, they have the option to transfer out, but they have to go through the process, which these days isn't much. But yeah, I won't worry about it until the season starts. Says Christina Willem. That's a great approach. It really is. It's a great approach. If Odom does leave, you have to believe that he's going to be able to replace that Sam Pittman's going to be able to replace him with a quality defensive coordinator. We know he's well dialed in with coaches around college football. We know that. We know he's capable of going out and getting someone I think Hog fans will like. I don't know if he'll have the same news. What is sad news? I don't know what you guys are talking about with the sad news. Yeah, I do agree, though. Azazian's right. Don't fall off the cliff. Don't go road raging on people. Don't go on social media fits and scream and yell at coaches or players. Just be calm, be cool, be steady. It'll be all right. What about wideouts already? On the team deciding to enter the transfer portal. It could happen. You already have Shamar Nash in there. Shamar Nash is in the transfer portal. Knox could be. Knox's name is brought up all the time, and you just never really know with him. We never really know with Knox. So, yeah. All right. If you guys, if you want to come be members of the PT and Patreon, that link is provided for you down below if you don't want to do that. By the way, soon, here in the next, I don't know, I'm waiting on Google. Here in the next week, I believe, they're supposed to be mailing me something important. I'm going to have my AdSense all set up That's why the donations, I don't know if you guys can see the donation box, or I don't know if it's there. It's supposed to be the super chat. Super chat should be turned on. I don't know if you guys could see it or not. But so I'll have my AdSense. There's a little bit. I've got a little bit of change hanging out in my AdSense wallet. I just figured out how to get into it. That's why I pushed Patreon so much, because we could not get AdSense. I couldn't figure it out. I'm not tech savvy. I'm not software savvy. I didn't know what I was doing. I really didn't care about it, to be honest with you. I had the Patreon. We're doing pretty good with the PT and Patreon. Doing all right. Some of you guys have thrown a little tip in the PayPal, within the link provided for you in the description box. I think I have it figured out. I'm just waiting on them to send me something through the mail that'll be set up, and I can take. For those of you who don't have PayPal, you don't want to join a Patreon, that link should be, or the donation box, if it's not already there, you should be able to donate, and I've got it figured out how to move that money around. It's sitting there for like a year. I didn't know what I was doing. So, Hog fans, you don't see Super Chat. Okay, well, I'm going to go back and double check. It used to be up for a while, and people were donating. And I was like, don't do that, because I don't know how to get that money out of AdSense. And I looked at it last week, and I think I figured it out, but Super Chat's not up. Hopefully it'll be up and running by the time I get this code that I'm waiting on from Google. They're mailing it to my physical address. It's not going to be an email. Hog fans on their knees in the middle of Walmart screaming, why does everyone leave us? I'm used to people leaving. I got you. Okay. John, don't bring us all down, man. Come on. We got to leave this thing on a positive note. We can lose Barry Odom. We need we cannot lose Barry Odom. We need him for next year. I agree. He's got to build on top of his foundation. I agree with that. It just depends on who you replace him with, but yeah, you need him back. You definitely need him back. You want to build on top of what you accomplished in 2020. Don't get me wrong. Second half of the season defensively, it was rough, and we know why it was. So yeah. I'm not. I may do a post game after the Tennessee game. Click the. Make sure you like the video. Click the bell. Make sure you're subscribed. And if I do have a post-game show after the Tennessee game, then you should get a notification. I'm not 100% sure if I am or not, but I probably will. So, Hogs by Fitty. There, happy thought. Okay, I'll take it. All right, happy 2021. Hopefully you guys have a really good rest of your week. So, Gary Davis, hang on, I got to read Gary Davis's comment here. Chill. There are plenty of defensive coordinators out there. I'm remembering the LS and Mizzou defensive performances. Okay. I'm assuming Gary's talking to chat, but yeah, I don't think there's very many people in here freaking out, Gary. I think we're good. Appreciate it, though, bud. How big of a loss would it be if the strength coach follows? You know what? I don't think strength – look, they're important. They have a big role. I get that. I don't know that I've ever seen a strength conditioning coach come in. Remember Brett Bielema's Bodies by Herb? You remember that? Were you really that super like stoked with what he did with the – I mean, this guy had a reputation. I don't know. Just they've got two guys. What they'll probably end up doing, they'll probably end up bumping these other two guys up. You have Emmanuel Hibbler and Nick Tulloch, your assistant strength conditioning coaches. My guess is you probably promote one of them. So Paul White says thanks, Ty. Hey, I appreciate you, Paul. Thanks for being here. So the good thing is Pittman is a really, 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 really liked guy. Like a lot of coaches like him, we can get more coaches in to coach for us. Yeah, I agree. All right, Woo Pig. I will see you guys probably after the Tennessee Volunteer game. Dear God, I just hope they don't get blown out of the water. That's all I'm asking. Hog fans are losing their shit this week. So, yeah. I will see you guys on the next live stream. Woo Pig.